Lord Vaizey, Baron Vaizey. I knew him when he was little. He wrote today about politically exposed people, and really in response to the Farage situation. And he's talking about the prejudice of banks. And in fact, he salutes Farage for forcing Jeremy Hunt to investigate. He says, "You need a Nigel." It sounds like something Mrs. Thatcher might have said about Willie Whitelaw. Everybody needs a Willie. Everybody needs a Nigel. It amounts to the same sort of thing. Someone to expose as wrong something. Someone to complain, even if you're not politically aligned with them. It affects the rich and the powerful, this PEP thing, this politically exposed persons. But it also affects the military, diplomats, civil servants, councillors, and anybody who's actually put their head above the parapet. I think it will also affect performers. Vaizey talks about the degree of risk, the blanket application of rules, the intrusive forms, and the wider distribution of the prejudicial policy to family members, friends, and associates. The problem is there may have been well-meaning regulations to start with, but they've been hijacked by lazy, controlling, authoritarian busybodies misrepresenting bureaucracy as the computer says no. It's simpler to be negative than to be protective. This bureaucracy was designed to support people who are exposed. Now it's been used to identify them and to exclude them. So Farage and Fox were right after all. I suppose well done for persisting against the blob. I don't know whether the blob is the right word to use. It's a phrase which I think Liz Truss coined, and maybe she didn't intend the banks to be associated with blobbiness, but blob seems a good word. Blob seems a good word, and maybe there are multiple blobs, sort of a mess on the carpet in different places, and to be associated with different institutions and different product. Blob.